These are the 8 greatest SpongeBob episodes that defined our childhoods and still hold up today.
Gary! I was just looking for the sports channel, Gary.
8th place, Graveyard Shift, Season 2, Episode 16. The episode starts with Mr. Krabs making the worst decision of Squidward's life, opening the Krusty Krab 24 hours a day. But here's where it gets interesting. Squidward decides to torture SpongeBob with a ghost story that's about to backfire spectacularly. Squidward spins this tale about the hash-slinging slasher, a former fry cook who will return when 3 signs appear: flickering lights, a phone call with no one there, and the arrival of a ghostly bus. SpongeBob is terrified, but wait until you see what actually happens when these signs start coming true. The lights flicker, check. The phone rings with silence, check. And then that bus arrives and out steps the most nervous job applicant you've ever seen. But here's the twist that nobody saw coming. The real reason the lights were flickering will blow your mind. Let's just say it involves a certain vampire from a classic horror film, and it makes absolutely no sense in the best way possible. This episode perfectly captures that late-night horror movie vibe while keeping it hilariously SpongeBob. The build-up is masterful, and that Nosferatu reveal, pure genius. 7th place, Frankendoodle, Season 2, Episode 14. SpongeBob finds a magic pencil that brings drawings to life. Sounds innocent enough, right? Wrong. What starts as harmless fun quickly becomes SpongeBob's worst nightmare when he creates his most terrifying enemy, Doodlebob. This black and white menace speaks only gibberish, me oi me noi, but somehow manages to be more threatening than any villain SpongeBob has ever faced. The chase scenes are incredible, but there's a moment where Doodlebob does something so unexpected, it changes the entire dynamic of the episode. Patrick delivers one of his most random lines ever, Finland, and somehow it fits perfectly. But the real genius is how they resolve this conflict. SpongeBob has to literally erase his problems away, and the method he uses is both clever and satisfying. This episode showcases SpongeBob's creativity at its peak, with fourth wall breaking moments and visual gags that still hold up decades later. 6th place, Idiot Box, Season 3, Episode 4. SpongeBob and Patrick buy a TV just to throw it away and play with the box. Squidward thinks they've lost their minds, but then he starts hearing impossible sounds coming from that cardboard box. And that's when things get weird. The sounds are so realistic that Squidward becomes obsessed with figuring out how they're doing it. We hear rocket ships, race cars, and mountain climbing adventures, but every time Squidward looks, it's just 2 friends sitting in a box. The mystery drives him absolutely insane. But here's what makes this episode brilliant. There's a moment where Squidward kicks the box in frustration, and what happens next will make you question everything you thought you knew about imagination. The episode ends with Squidward having his own magical moment, and it's genuinely heartwarming. This episode is a love letter to childhood creativity and proves that sometimes the simplest pleasures are the most powerful. Plus, it gave us the iconic imagination meme that's still everywhere today. 5th place, Chocolate with Nuts, Season 3, Episode 12. SpongeBob and Patrick decide to become entrepreneurs, selling chocolate bars door to door. Simple concept, right? But this episode introduces one of the most memorable side characters in SpongeBob history. A fish who's absolutely obsessed with chocolate. Chocolate! Chocolate! This guy appears throughout the episode, seemingly just to terrorize our heroes. But pay attention to his behavior. There's something important about him that becomes crucial at the very end. Meanwhile, SpongeBob and Patrick keep getting scammed by the same businessman who somehow owns multiple houses and keeps selling them increasingly ridiculous bags to carry their chocolate. They're losing money fast. But then they discover the secret to sales, lying about their product's magical properties. The lady who claims to hate chocolate becomes their first customer when they promise it'll make her younger. But here's the genius twist. That crazy chocolate fish who's been chasing them all episode, he's about to make them rich in the most unexpected way possible. This episode perfectly balances entrepreneurial satire with classic SpongeBob humor, and that ending will leave you smiling. 4th place, Pizza Delivery, Season 1, Episode 5. The Krusty Krab's first pizza delivery goes horribly wrong when SpongeBob and Squidward get completely lost. But this isn't just about delivering food. It's about SpongeBob's unshakable optimism versus Squidward's growing despair. SpongeBob channels the pioneers to navigate, leading to the iconic boulder scene where he somehow drives a rock like a car. The Krusty Krab pizza song becomes an earworm that'll stick with you forever. But there's a moment later where SpongeBob's dedication gets crushed in the most heartbreaking way. When they finally reach the customer, something happens that makes Squidward do something completely out of character. For once, Squidward stands up for SpongeBob in a moment that shows their relationship has more depth than we usually see. The customer complains about a missing drink, and Squidward's response is so satisfying it'll make you cheer. This episode proves that even the simplest premise can create the most memorable adventures. Third place, Krusty Krab training video. Season 3, Episode 10. This episode breaks the fourth wall by making you the new Krusty Krab employee. We learn Mr. Krab's origin story. He was literally scamming vending machines as a child, which explains everything about his character. The training video format is a perfect parody of those cheesy corporate videos from the 90s. We get the POOP acronym, People Order Our Patties, SpongeBob's eager student routine, and Squidward getting roasted by the narrator. But here's what makes this episode genius. Just when SpongeBob is about to learn the Krabby Patty secret formula, the episode ends. The buildup is perfect, the anticipation is killing you. And then, nothing. It's the ultimate tease and it works brilliantly. Patrick's confusion about the ceiling talking to him adds another layer of mystery. Is the narrator real? Is this all in SpongeBob's head? The episode leaves you with more questions than answers, and that's exactly why it's so memorable. Second place, The Secret Box. Season 2, Episode 9. Patrick has a secret box that he claims would change SpongeBob's life if he could see inside it. The simple premise becomes an obsession that drives SpongeBob to risk their entire friendship. The episode is masterful at building curiosity. We want to know what's in the box just as badly as SpongeBob does. Patrick's teasing is relentless, and SpongeBob's desperation becomes genuinely relatable. Haven't we all had secrets kept from us that drove us crazy? SpongeBob's break-in attempt is comedy gold. Every sound seems amplified. Every step is a potential disaster. When he finally gets caught, Patrick seems ready to forgive him and shows him what's inside. Just a string. But then comes the twist that changes everything. That string wasn't the secret, it was the key to the real secret. Patrick's been playing 4D chess this whole time, and what he's actually hiding will make you see their friendship in a completely different light. This episode proves Patrick might not be as dumb as he seems, and it's a masterclass in misdirection. First place, Band Geeks, Season 2, Episode 15. Squidward gets pranked by his high school rival, Squilliam, who tricks him into claiming he has a marching band for the Bubble Bowl. There's just one problem. Squidward doesn't have a band, and he's got less than a week to create one. The auditions are a disaster. Patrick asks if mayonnaise is an instrument. Plankton wants to know if instruments of torture count. And when they try to play together, it sounds like a construction site explosion. Squidward's dream seems impossible.
Too bad that didn't kill me.
But here's where the episode becomes magical. SpongeBob rallies everyone for an all-night practice session after Squidward gives up hope. The transformation that happens overnight seems impossible. But when they hit that stage, Sweet Victory isn't just a song, it's a moment of pure triumph. Squidward finally gets his moment of glory. Squilliam faints from shock, and we get one of the most epic performances in cartoon history. This song becomes so iconic that fans petition to get it played at the Super Bowl. This episode works because it gives Squidward, usually the show's punching bag, a genuine victory. It's funny, heartwarming, and absolutely unforgettable. After 25 years, Band Geeks remains the gold standard for what SpongeBob can achieve when everything clicks perfectly. These episodes prove that the best SpongeBob stories combine heart, humor, and just the right amount of chaos. And that's why they're still making us laugh decades later.